Welcome back. Today is not going to be a typical story. In fact, this is hardly going to be a story at all. You see, the thing is, once upon a time you and I knew each other. It doesn't surprise me that you've forgotten. Not at all. In fact, I'd be surprised if you remembered. After all that happened. What happened to you? But I can no longer afford to live in silence. Now, it is time for me to remind you who you really are. It all started in what would be known as the future, but is our past. It started in the year 2042, during what would become later known as Project King's Gate. It was a wormhole that we had developed for our own personal use to go to planets that were like ours. Supportable. Water, air, plant life. All the basic necessities. But the one that we found and that we opened was not like what we thought it was. When we opened that door, we never knew how to close it. And when it did open, we wished we never had. Beings that we called the Fallen invaded our world. There was years of war, decades of it. I met you in the year 2052. You and I, we fought side by side, putting our best efforts together. But it soon became apparent that we were not going to win this war. Cities, states, entire countries, empty. Animals slaughtered. Humans eviscerated. It's true we had no real defense against them. Except us. We never gave in. We never gave up. By the end of it, you and I stood together in the ruins of our city. And we decided that the only way to continue on is to go back. And so we did. When we went back, we had found that we didn't go back far enough. We had made sure that the King's Gate program was never initiated, and yet, somehow, the monsters still came. Years later, but still they did. This is where our folly began. We thought we were just fighting a random chain of events, but we weren't. There were people that we grew to know as the Shadows, those who had originally initiated the program. They were intentionally opening gates to worlds full of beasts that we had no way to stop, ensuring the destruction of our people. Who they were, who they are, I still don't know. We have never been able to take one alive. And that's where I lost you. Together, you and I, we found one of them, one of the Shadows. We had traveled back to 1895. And he did not come with us willingly. In fact, he didn't come with us at all. He was gunned down in the streets of Chicago. It would later be called just another random shooting, quickly covered up by the shadows that are in the law enforcement. But at some point, whether while it was us fleeing from the shadows that pursued us, or during the fight with that shadow, I am not certain. The device that allows us to stay synchronized and travel to the same times was damaged. While we fled, I entered in the coordinates to this year, February 1st, 2013. I lost you in the time vortex. I don't know where you landed. And I'm telling you this now, so that way, hopefully, if luck holds, I will find you. I promised I would never leave you behind. I gave you my word. You don't leave a brother behind. So here I am. You know where to find me. Just wait until next time. I'll tell you a little more about what's happened to me while I was waiting, while I went searching, and what it is that we did up until that event. I can only pray that I've told you enough to remind you of who you are and our mission, and didn't say enough to tell the shadows to who you are. I don't know how long until the shadows figure out that where I am. I can only pray that I find you before they unleash the fallen on the world again. Stay strong. I will find you.